So I hope now you can see. In the last class, we were doing about the partial differentiation. So we'll continue with some more problems on partial differentiation.
Ma'am,
हाँ बोलो.
ma'am, about the TT1 paper, you are going to discuss something.
हाँ correct. अच्छा TT1 में I guess the first question all of you have done correctly. First, second, there was one question where you have to find, yeah, I think you need to convert to PAQ form and hence the inverse if it exists. So there, many of you have, done correctly, taking that A inverse is Q into P. But I saw some of you who has, also found A inverse by using adjoint. Okay, so you are not supposed to use any other method other than, this, because you need to find A inverse from here only. Hence evaluate. Hence means whatever you have already, found out, you have to use that. Okay, so those who have found by using adjoint method, so the marks have been deducted. Then after that, last question. So see, the thing is that although this is verify, okay, so verify your answer, but that doesn't mean that you stop in the moment you get the matrix, B matrix back, you stop there. Okay, so once you get the B matrix back, whatever is your number, suppose 11, 2, whatever it is, okay, 9, 4, some random number I'm writing. Then you need to first arrange these numbers because message always goes with the 1 number like that in a line. So you have to arrange these numbers, whether you are writing as 11, 2, 9, 4, or whether you are writing as 11, 9, 3, 2, 4, like that. Fine. And once you write down the numbers, then you have to write down the alphabet corresponding to these numbers below. Okay, इसके नीचे number, you have to write down the alphabet, and then you have to show that yes, your whatever you have written, that is basically the original, message you have got back. You are not supposed to write as once you write down the numbers and then this is the required message. No, this is not the required message. You have to find out the message from the given arrangement of these, from the given from the arrangement of these numbers that you have got. Okay, so you need to write each and every alphabet here. Then you have to show that yes, this is basically your whatever you have written, that is giving you back your message. So basically you need to start with the message. Okay, start with the message given, and you have to end if it is verification. Okay, so you have to end with the message, means you need to get back your message. जहाँ से आपने स्टार्ट किया था वहीं पे आपको खत्म करना है. Okay, so when any message is given, suppose I love math, that was the question. So I love math, so पहले I love math लिखने के बाद इसके corresponding numbers जो है वो पहले लिखना है. Okay, similarly जब आप खत्म करोगे and then you will construct your B matrix. Fine. तो जब आप खत्म करोगे तो आपको बेसिकली सब मतलब रिवर्स ऑर्डर में आपको चलना है. तो खत्म करोगे तो पहले आपको बी मैट्रिक्स मिलेगा. बी मैट्रिक्स मिलने के बाद देन यू विल अरेंज दीज नंबर्स. ओके, so then you will arrange your numbers that you have got in B matrix. उसके बाद आप corresponding to these numbers आप ये you will write down the alphabet and you will see whether you are getting back your original message. So this is how you should do. Okay, not कि B matrix मिल गया so hence verified. No, you have to get back, क्योंकि B matrix मिलने के बाद भी आपका matrix मिलने के बाद भी it depends on कि आप किस तरह से इसको express कर रहे हो. How you are writing your numbers, whether you are writing row wise or whether you are writing column wise. Fine. So this is how you should do. So जिन लोगों ने नहीं किया है पूरी तरह से, so I have deducted the but many of you have got 25. And दूसरी बात, I have also seen copying, क्योंकि same mistake, जैसे same mistake होता है तो it is very visible, कि ये copy हो रहा है. So next time if I see copy, तो फिर directly वो 0 marks ही आने वाला है, भले जिसने भी जिससे copy किया. So you are not supposed to circulate your answers to WhatsApp. Anyway, T2 तो वैसे भी अभी be offline, so there's no scope of copying and. But then you remember कि जहाँ से हम शुरू करते हैं वहीं पे आके हमें खत्म करना है. That is verification. Okay. So so let us try one question. So given u is equal to e power ax into sine by, then we want to prove that del square u del x del y is equal to del square u del y del x. Okay. So if you see, this is our mixed partial derivative, right? So u is equal to e power ax into sine by. So then prove that del square u del x del y is equal to del square u del y del x. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ट्राई करेंगे. And what basically you want here, so to go to the second order derivative, at least you require del u del x and del u del y. So let us first find del u del x and del u del y. So del u del x means what? इसको हम with respect to x differentiate करेंगे. So here if you see, ये हमारा पूरा function of x हो गया है और ये हमारा पूरा function of y हो गया. So whenever so whenever we are differentiating with respect to x, so y will behave as a constant. So differentiate e power ax, so that is a into e power ax, and then sine by will behave as a constant. Next we can find del u del y. Now del u del y means we will differentiate with respect to y. So e power ax will behave as a constant and sine by का differentiation will be what? B cos by. Yes. Now del u del x को हमें किससे differentiate करना है? Y से. Okay. So let us differentiate del u, or we can write here del y of del u del.
चार्ट के दोनों साइड सेम है. अच्छा, got it.
Yeah. So del y of del u del x, so that will give me this one. So this is del square u del y del x, which is equal to, so del y of, now del u del x, so del u del x is a e power ax into sine by. Now इसको हम y से differentiate कर रहे हैं, so a e power ax will behave as a constant, and then here we will get b cos by. So that is equal to ab e power ax into cos by. Now इसको हमें differentiate करना है. Okay, let me write a del square u del x del y. हाँ बोलो.
Ma'am, it will be del square u del x del y, no, not del y del x.
Which one?
The first line on the right.
ये है ना.
Ma'am, but we took del x first, no?
हाँ, तो del u del x doesn't matter. दोनों सेम है, वही दिखाना है ना. तो del u del x, we consider del u del x, इसको हमने y से डिफरेंशिएट किया, और del u del y, ये वाली जो था del square u del x del y, so that is del x of del u del y. So we want to show that both are giving us the same value. Okay. So del x, and now let us substitute this del u del y is e power ax into b cos by. So now we are differentiating with respect to x. So it will be a e power ax b cos by. So which is equal to ab e power ax cos by. So we can write here 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2, We can say del square u del x del y is equal to del square u del y del. So I hope here. Okay, so now done. I hope this is clear. So next, let us try if
Ma'am,
u
can you
is
just show the next previous slide?
done.
Yeah, ma'am.
Differentiation. Okay, so if u is equal to log of tan x plus tan y, then prove that sine 2x del u del x plus sine 2y del u del y is equal to 2. So this is what we want to show. Yes. So from the question itself, you can see that we have the term del u del x as well as del u del y. That means here u is depending on x and y both. So u is a function of x and y both. So x and y are independent variables. So we require del u del x. So let us find first del u del x. So del u del x will be what? Log of this. So this is like function of function. Okay. So log here, so it will be 1 upon tan x plus tan y into del x of the whole thing. This one, tan x. So you can write here del x of tan x plus tan y, which is equal to 1 upon tan x plus tan y into, now del x of tan x, that is equal to sec square x, and del x of tan y is 0. So finally what we have got, sec square x upon tan x plus tan y. So which is equal to sec square x upon tan x plus tan y. Okay. Now similarly we can also find del u del y. So next we will find del u del y. So that will be 1 upon tan x plus tan y. Now this we can do similar, same way. So it will be del y of tan x plus tan y. So y, x with respect to y, that is 0. So tan y with respect to y, that will be sec square y. So here we are getting sec square y upon tan x plus tan. Now let us consider the left hand side. Okay. So left hand side what we have, so sine 2x into del u del x. So what is del u del x? X square x upon tan x plus tan y plus. Then we have sine 2u. So sine 2y into again del u del y, that is sec square y upon tan x plus. So, which is equal to, now let us simplify. So, 1 upon tan x plus tan y, this is common, right? So, we can take outside. And then what we will get, we will have sine 2x into sec square x. Now, sine 2x, we can write as 2 sine x cos x into sec square x plus 2 sine 2y, this we can write as 2 sine y cos y sec square y. So 1 cos x and sec x got cancelled, then 1 cos y sec y got cancelled. So you have sine x into sec x. Sine x into sec x means what? Sine upon cos. So that is tan x plus tan y, and here we will be getting, so 1 will go, here also 1 will go. So sin x upon cos x, that is tan x. So we are getting 2 tan x plus 2 tan y. I hope this is clear. Simple, calculation, simplification. So which implies 2 times, now tan x plus tan y, and down also we have tan x plus tan y. So we can write one more step. 10x plus 10y upon 10x plus 10y, okay, which is equal to 2. That is right hand side. See, is this clear? So you can see it's very similar to what, differentiation that we have been doing. Only thing is that whenever now we will get, one thing that we need to use this symbol. If you use here D or delta, it will be wrong. Huh? So I'll cut mark. So you have to use this del operator. Okay. So let us try another one. I hope this is clear. It's very easy. Next is if theta is equal to, this is one question which keeps coming in exam. E power minus r square by 4t. If theta is equal to t power n into e raised to minus r square by 4t, then find n for which del theta del t is equal to 1 by r square into del r of r square del theta del r. Okay, so this is what we want to show. So from here you can see that theta is depending on t. That's why we are getting here del theta del t, and also theta is depending on r. That's why we are getting del theta del r. That means in this question, so theta depends on t and on r. So here n is constant. Okay, so theta doesn't depend on n. Fine. So let us now evaluate one by one. So let's find first del theta del t. So when we find del theta del t, so we have to consider wherever t is there, right? So here we have t and here also we have t. That means when we are differentiating theta with respect to t, so then we'll have to apply what? UV rule here. Okay, u into v. So first let us differentiate this. So n t power n minus 1 into e power minus r square by 4t plus t power n into, now let us differentiate this one. So e power minus r square by 4t. So it will be e power minus r square by 4t into, now differentiation of minus r square by 4t with respect to t. So that's what we will get, minus r square by 4 into 1 upon t. So that is minus 1 by t. Is this clear? Simple differentiation with respect to t. So now what we will get at e power minus r square by 4t, because we have seen in both the terms, so we can take common. Okay. So e power minus r square by 4t we can take common, and then we will get n into t power n minus 1 here. And here what we will get, now this minus and minus will become plus. And then so here we are getting plus. So t power n into r square by 4t square. Okay. So that means this is now e power minus r square by 4t into n t power n minus 1 plus r square by 4 into t power n minus 2. So this is what we have got, del theta del t. Now we have to find del theta del r. That is right hand side. Is this clear? Simple, differentiation, nothing else. Now we will find first del theta del r. Okay, so for the right hand side. So for del theta del r, t is constant, Okay, so t power n will be as it is. T power minus r square by 40 into differentiation of minus, so we can write a del r of minus r square by 4. Okay, so it will be t power n e power minus r square by 40. Now with respect to r only, so it will be minus 2r by 40. So here we will get, so that means this is what, half. Then we are getting t power n minus 1, minus will come, yeah? And we will get r into e power minus r square by 2t. Is this clear? Now next what we have r square into del theta del r. So let us do that. Now r square into del theta del r. So that will become minus half t power n minus 1 into, you are multiplying by r square. So it will become then r cube. And then we have e power minus r square by 4t. Now again we have to differentiate that with respect to r. So del r of r square del theta del r. Now from here, because we are differentiating with respect to r, so you can take out all the constant. Now what will be the constant? This part. So minus half t power n minus 1 will behave as a constant. And then you have your r cube, that is function of r, and here also r. So you have to apply what? UV root. So first if we differentiate this, we will get 3r square e power minus r square by 40 plus r cube into, now e power this first, so e power minus r square by 40 into differentiation of this, so we'll get minus 2r by 3. So this is what we have got. Now let us simplify this, or directly we can write here 1 upon r square del r square del theta del r. So r square will get cancelled. So minus half t power n minus 1. So it will become 3 e power minus r square by 40. And here also 1 r square is gone. So we'll have minus half r by t e power, sorry, r square. This r and 1 r from here. So e power minus r square by 4. Okay, so this is what we will be getting. Now it says that find n for which this is true. So what we are given, but we are given del theta del t is equal to 1 by r square del r of r square del theta del r. Now let us substitute the value. So del theta del t, we have found this. So half into e power n minus 1 r e power minus r square by 40, which is equal to, now from here, minus half t power n minus 1 into, now you can see from this and this e power minus r square by 40 we can take common. Then we will have 3 minus half r square by. Okay. Now out of this we can see that t power n minus 1, t power n minus 1, then e power minus r square by 40, e power minus r square by 40. Then we have this half and this half. So all these got cancelled. Okay. So then what we will have? So this implies we have r is equal to minus 3 plus half into r square by t. What happened to n here? Is n also? Sorry. This I wrote different one. Sorry. So we will substitute these values. Sorry, del theta was this. So it will become e power minus r square by 4t into n into t power n minus 1 plus r square by 4 t minus n minus 2. Sorry, I just do the check. Which is equal to, this side we are getting minus half t power n minus 1 t power minus r square by 4t into 3 minus half r square by. So from this we can say this and this got cancelled. Now just simplify it. So we'll get n t power n minus 1 plus r square by 4 t power n minus 2 is equal to minus 3 by 2 t power n minus 1 then plus 1 by 4 r square t power n minus. So from here, this term and this term will get cancelled. So t power n minus 1, t power n minus 1. So n is equal to minus 3 by. So n becomes minus 3 by 2. So if n is minus 3 by 2, then this I hope it is clear. So you just have to follow the question. That's all. Whatever is there in the question, just go on finding out that and then simply follow the question. That's all. Okay, now next we want to find, I hope this is clear. Next question, if u is equal to 1 minus 2xy plus y square whole power minus half, then prove that number 1, x into del u del x minus y into del u del y is equal to y square into u cube, and the second part is del x of 1 minus x square into del u del x plus del y of y square del u del y is equal to 0. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, so what do we have? First, let us see. In the first question, we have del u del x and del u del y. That means u depends on x and y. But you can see what we have to find there. We don't have x, y. We have, u, right? Y square into u cube. That means if we get something like this, so we need to convert that to u. Okay. So let us now, let's start from left hand side because left hand side is easy to start with. So first one, left hand side. So what we have, del u del x and del u del y. So we need to find del u del x and del u del y. So first let us find that del u del x and del u del y. So we have del u del x will be equal to, now u is this. So what will be my del u del x? So I will be differentiating this with respect to x. So it will be minus half into 1 minus 2xy plus y square raised to minus half minus 1. So it will be minus 3 by 2 into, again differentiating this with respect to x. So 1 minus 2xy plus y square. Okay, which is equal to, now minus half into 1 minus 2xy plus y square raised to minus 3 by 2 into. Now what we will get here? We are differentiating with respect to x. So only this term is there. So we are getting here minus 2y. Now let us write this in terms of u, because we have got again the same value, right? 1 minus 2xy plus y square. Power minus half is u. So here what we will get, this 2 and 2 cancel, half and half, minus minus cancel. So we will be left out with, this is my power minus half is u. So power minus half whole cube. So this will be my u cube into y. So this is my del u del x. Okay. Now let us find out del u del y. So same way, minus half into 1 minus 2xy plus y squared raised to minus 3 by 2 into. Now on this side, this time we will be differentiating with respect to y. So minus 2xy plus y squared. So which is equal to, now minus half into, now this is nothing but my u cube into, now if I differentiate this with respect to y, so I'll get minus 2x plus 2y. Okay. So which will give me x minus y into u cube. So this 2 and 2 cancel, take out minus sign, so we'll get x minus y into u cube. So therefore, now let us, left hand side. Left hand side is equal to x into del u del x minus y into del u del y, which is equal to, now multiply this by x. So we will get x y u cube minus, multiply this by y. So we will be getting x y minus y square into u cube, which is equal to x y u cube minus x y u cube plus y square. So these two were cancelled out, and what we have, y square into, which is equal to right hand. Is this clear? So we simply followed the question. That's all. Whatever is there given in the question, that is what one by one we started finding. I hope this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us come to the second. Now in the second case, already we have evaluated del u del x. So we will not do it again. But if suppose the problem comes, like one problem, suppose this part is not given directly, you are supposed to prove this. Then anyway you have to find del u del x and del u del y. Now already here it is, we have already evaluated, and we will be using this value, okay, which is, in terms of, which is expressed in terms of u. So one by one we are going to now find. Now for the second part. So what we require first, 1 minus x square into del u del x. So let us find that. 1 minus x square into del u del x. So that is 1 minus x square into, now del x is my y into u. Okay. So, and after that, anyway, I'm again differentiating with respect to x. So when I'm differentiating with respect to x, y will anyway behave as a constant. So I don't have to multiply. Now, del x of 1 minus x square into del u del x. So this is what I want to evaluate. That is del x of, now y is constant, so let me write first. Then 1 minus x square into u cube, which is equal to y into, now see here. U is what? U is a function of x and y both. So u is not constant with respect to x. U is a function of x and y both. That means we can differentiate u with respect to x. So this will, now here we are going to apply what? The function of the function, that property. Okay. So we will write here, so 1 minus x square into, and also this will become what now? UV rule. Okay, so you have to apply UV rule. So 1 minus x square into u cube if you are differentiating with respect to x. So first it will be what? 3u square, and then u with respect to x, so it will be del u del x. plus, now differentiate 1 minus x square, so it will be minus 2x into u cube. See this part, huh? See whether it is clear. If you remember, I think in the last lecture only we discussed about the properties and so. So if you remember, one property was if z is equal to f of r and r is a function of x and y, then my del z del x is nothing but f dash of r into del r del x. Similarly, del z del y is other way. So we are doing exactly. So here is our function is a it's a function of u. In this case, we consider it as r, but in our case it is u, and then u is a function of x and y. So in that case, what we will get, so when we'll differentiate with respect to x, f dash of r. So here it will be what? F dash of u. So what is f dash of u? 3u square, right? And then del r del x, so del u del. So you can see we are using basically. So let us simplify now, and we'll substitute this del u del x also. Now del u del x is again what? Y into u cube. So let us substitute that. So 1 minus x square into 3u square into y u cube minus 2x u. Okay. So if we now expand it, so we will get 3 into 1 minus x square. Then we will have y into y square, and then u power 5 minus 2xy u cube. So this is the first part, that is this part. Next we want to find y square into del u del y. Okay. So next we want to find y square into del u del y. So let us find that. So next we want to find y square into del u del y. So which is equal to y square into what is del u del y? X minus y into u cube. Okay. Now we want to differentiate this with respect to y. So now del y of y square into del u del y, which is equal to del y of, let us now substitute this, so y square x minus y into u cube. Okay. Now, because we are differentiating with respect to y and y is involved here, so let us consider, let us do this multiplication. So here we will get xy minus y cube into u cube. So that we convert it into only product of two functions. Otherwise, here product of three functions. So that we want to avoid, and so that now we can apply u rule. Similarly, here also u is a function of y also. So therefore, u can be differentiated partially with respect to y. So now let us find out. So xy minus y cube into 3u square into del u del y plus differentiate this with respect to y. So x minus 3y square into. Now substitute del u del y. So that we will get as xy minus y cube into 3u square. Now del u del y is x minus y u cube, and here we will be getting plus x u cube minus 3y square. Okay. Now let us simplify this, and so which is equal to we'll get 3 is common, then xy minus y cube, we have xy minus y cube into x minus y, and then we have u power 5, right? And next one is plus x cube minus 3y squared. So that is your this part. Now you can simplify a bit more. So 3 into here we will get x square y. Then we have minus xy cube minus xy square plus y cube into u power 5 plus x u cube minus 3y square. Now just substitute in the left hand side. That's all. So if you substitute in the left hand side, so one part we have this and the other part we have. So, left hand side of 2. So we will get this. So let us again, simplify this. So we'll get 3y square u power 5 minus 3x square y square u power 5 minus 2xy u cube. Then we have plus. So plus we have 3x square y u power 5 3x square y u power 5. Then we have minus 3xy cube u power 5. Oh, I guess instead of writing so much, we could have taken, u power 5 common. And instead of writing so much, let us take u power 5. So let us consider u power 5 common. So then what we'll get from the first one, we will get 3y square minus 3x square y. Okay? And from here, we will be getting plus 3 square y minus 3xy cube minus 3xy square plus 3y cube. This is all for u power 5. And with u cube, we have minus 2xy, and with this, we have x minus plus x minus 3y. Just see if I miss something. Oh, here there is an issue. Xy square, and here it is y cube. So xy square. So here it will be 2xy. So this one will be 2xy. So this part will be 2xy. 2xy. Okay. So you can see minus 2xy plus 2xy is gone. Fine. Anything else? No. This is so 3x square y and here there is. So xy square minus y cube 3u square. So this will be xy square. So if it is xy square, so this will be x square y square. Then we will be having minus xy cube minus xy cube, and here we will have y cube and y. So y power 4. Just simplify this. X square y square, then minus xy cube, then minus xy cube plus y power 4. So here we will be getting 3x square yeah 3x square y square minus 3xy cube minus 3xy cube plus 3y power 4. So this minus 3x square y square and plus 3x square y square is also getting cancelled. So ultimately what we will have, finally what we will have, which is equal to with u power 5. Now I have 3y square minus 6xy cube plus 3y power 4. And for this I have minus 3y square into 2. Now let us simplify this. So from here I can take 3y square out and then I will get 1 minus 2xy plus y square. Okay? Minus 3y square u cube. Now what is this? 1 minus 2xy plus y square from here. That is what? 1 by u square, right? So, or u power minus 2. That is 3y square u power 5 into u power minus 2 minus 3y square u cube. So u power minus 2 and u power 5, that is 3y square u cube minus 3y square u cube. That is, this is what we want to show. It is equal to. Okay. So whenever you are, simplifying this, so just, make sure that you do the correction or simplification properly. And if this question comes, obviously it will be for 6 marks or 7 marks. But usually second order derivative, whenever it is involved, so marks are allotted. Now next, I hope this is clear. Simple, go on differentiating, and then only thing is that when you see your u, you should not consider that as constant. U is a function of x and y. Okay, now next we want to find u is given to be log of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xy. Then we want to prove that, del x plus del y plus del z, this full square of u is equal to minus 9 by x plus y plus z full square. Okay, so this is what we want to find. Now here, instead of using this directly, differentiating, that also you can do. Otherwise, because log is there, so this if you want, you can also factorize it. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to this. What is the expansion? If you remember, x plus y plus z into what? X square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus z. That was the expansion. I hope you remember. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. So I think you must have learned this all in schools, right? So expansion x plus factorization basically. X plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz. So because we have log, and usually when log is there, always you see whether you can factorize that. Okay, so that way it becomes easy. So then log of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz will be equal to what? This is now log of m into n. So log of x plus y plus z plus log of x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus. Now what we want? Okay, now coming to this, what does this mean? Anyone? So what is this? This is del del x plus del del y plus del del z whole square of y. Now this is an operator, and this operator is operating on a function u, which is a function of x, y, and z. Now, if we consider only one operator, okay, so del del x, one operator hai to ye directly del del x square. So this also, it will be like this. So what does this mean? That del del x is again operating on del u del x. So ये whole square जब है, whole square means you cannot expand it by using that whole square formula. Why? Because this is not some numbers or functions. This is an operator. Operator always operates on function. Fine. So इसका मतलब है ये whole square जो है, इसका मतलब है ये operator दो बार appear हुआ है. That means it means that it is like del del x plus del del y प्लस डेल डेल z है, साथ में वापस यही ऑपरेटर भी अपीयर हुआ है, डेल डेल x, डेल डेल y, डेल डेल z, okay, and then you have here. It's clear? What does it mean? So because this appears twice, so we can write this as whole square, like this one. Del del x, again it is operating on del del x. Now the same thing we can also write as del del x and del del x and then. So ये पहले इसको operate करेगा, then it will become a function, and then again this del del x will operate on del u del x. So the same thing will happen here. That first this operator will operate on u, and then this operator will operate on this function. See, is it clear? So what happens here? So this is basically del del x plus del del y plus del del z. ये operator पहले से ही है. ये operator अभी u को differentiate करेंगे, right? u को operate करेंगे. So how it will operate? Del u del x, okay? Plus यहाँ पे आ जाएगा del u del y और यहाँ पे आ जाएगा del u del. तो बेसिकली हमें अभी क्या फाइंड करना है? ये फाइंड करना है. ये जो del u del x, del u del y एंड del u del z आएगा, वो कौन से वैल्यू होगा, फंक्शन का वैल्यू क्या होगा, एंड देन वी विल ऑपरेट. इसमें जो हमें मिलेगा उसको हम इससे ऑपरेट. Okay, we will not simply again go on writing del x of the whole thing, del y of the whole thing and del z of the whole thing. तो सबसे पहले ये हम फाइंड करेंगे क्या आएगा. इसमें भी हम क्या फाइंड करेंगे, सबसे पहले del u del x फाइंड करेंगे, because these are very symmetric functions. So if whatever we will get for x del u del x, similar values we will be getting for del u del y and del u del z. Okay, so del u del x will be what? Now this is our u, right? So this is our u. So u को अभी with respect to x differentiate करना है. तो सबसे पहले इसका आ जाएगा 1 upon x plus y plus z into del x of x plus y plus z. So that is what del x of x only and that is equal to 1. तो ये हमें वही मिला. नेक्स्ट के लिए क्या आया, 1 upon x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus z into. Now इसको अभी with respect to x differentiate करना है. So what we will get in the numerator, we will get x square का 2x, इसका हो गया minus y और इसका हो गया minus 2. So this is what we have got for del u del x. Next what we will get del u del y. So let us now evaluate del u del y. Maybe ये 1 plus 1 upon, हाँ
मैम del u del x जब करेंगे तभी 2x minus y minus z क्यों होगा?
क्योंकि आपका ये है ना फंक्शन, वापस लॉग फंक्शन अप्लाई करना है, तो दैट विल बी 1 अपॉन ये पूरा आ जाएगा, उसके बाद del x ऑफ द होल थिंग विल कम.
पर मैम x के साथ करे तो y और z कांस्टेंट नहीं हो जाएगा?
या y and z कांस्टेंट, तो x स्क्वायर के लिए 2x आएगा, राइट. देन यू हैव माइनस xy, उसके लिए माइनस y रहेगा, एंड यू हैव माइनस zx, तो उसके लिए माइनस z ही मिलेगा, बाकी तो 0 हो जाएगा ना.
हाँ मैम गॉट इट. आई डिडंट सी xy. या मैम सॉरी, गॉट इट.
तो सेम वे यहाँ पे भी डिनोमिनेटर विल बी सेम, x स्क्वायर प्लस y स्क्वायर प्लस z स्क्वायर माइनस xy माइनस yz माइनस zx. अब न्यूमरेटर में क्या रहेगा, ओनली विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू y, सो दैट मीन्स 2y माइनस x माइनस z. And similarly, we will get del u del z will be 1 upon x plus y plus z plus denominator is same, so x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, और यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 2z minus y minus x. Now what we have to do, we need to add up all this. Okay, so let us add up all this, और एक के नीचे एक लिखोगे तो वो add up के लिए इजी हो जाएगा. So del u del x plus del u del y plus del u del z will be equal to what? ये तीनों सेम है, so 3 upon x plus y plus z plus, अब इसमें हर एक में डिनोमिनेटर इज सेम, राइट. So x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus z. Now what about the numerator? So what you'll get, 2x minus x minus x, मतलब 2x minus 2x 0, minus y plus 2y minus y, so again 0, minus z minus 2z plus 2z, so numerator becomes 0. That means ये जो part है second वाला वो पूरा का पूरा 0 हो गया. So what remains, only 3 upon x plus y plus, fine. Now our problem becomes what? Finally the problem becomes what? The left hand side is simply del x plus del y plus del z of 3 upon x plus y plus z. तो इसका मतलब हम del x से इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, del y से इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, एंड del z से इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे. So let us see, or directly you can write here, which is equal to, now del x अगर इसको डिफरेंशिएट किया तो ये किस तरह से है, 1 upon x फॉर्म या फिर u by v. So you will get x plus y plus z whole square, so minus 1 by, and 3 is constant, and then differentiation of x with respect to x, that is 1. Similarly this you will get 3 is constant, then minus 1 by x plus y plus z whole square into del y of y, that is 1, minus 3 upon x plus y plus z whole square, then del del z of z, that is 1. So which is equal to minus 9 by x plus y plus z whole square. That is what we wanted to do. Okay? So whenever इस टाइप का प्रॉब्लम वो एक बार देखना कि आपका जो प्रॉब्लम है तो उसमें ऑपरेटर स्क्वायर अगर है इसका मतलब आप डायरेक्टली होल स्क्वायर फॉर्मूला अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते. बट हैड इट बीन समथिंग लाइक दिस, ओके, del u del x प्लस del u del y होल स्क्वायर, तो यहाँ पे आप वो फॉर्मूला अप्लाई कर सकते क्योंकि यहाँ पे फंक्शन है del u del x del u del y, so those are functions. Okay, but if you have del del x plus del del y whole square, इसमें आप वो expansion use नहीं कर सकते because these are operators. Operator behave in a different way, functions behave in a different way. Okay, so यहाँ पे because ऑपरेटर है इसीलिए ये ऑपरेटर की तरह बिहेव करेगा. मतलब ऑपरेटर कैसे करते हैं, एक ऑपरेटर पहले ऑपरेट करेगा उसके बाद दूसरा ऑपरेटर ऑपरेट करेगा. सो दैट वे इट विल फॉलो. वेयर एज यहाँ पे हमें ऑलरेडी फंक्शन से मिला है, तो हियर वी कैन अप्लाई a plus b होल स्क्वायर फॉर्मूला. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर, क्योंकि ये सेम चीज आपको बाद में भी यू विल बी यूजिंग इट. नॉट कि खाली हम जब भी partial differentiation ही कर रहे हैं, that other way also you will be using, right? So we'll stop here. May you have next lecture, and we'll continue more problems on